Oh, man, we're going to be horribly out of practice here.
That's like riding, or no, it's like falling off a bike. You always can do that.
You never forget how to fall off a bike. Welcome to Supernatural Selection. It's your weekend weird. I'm your host, Kevin Heyman. With me this week is Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how you doing?
Fine, I guess. Just, existing.
Vibing.
Yeah.
Okay. And back after a brief stint away, Mr. David Davis. David, we missed you. How are you?
I am the boy who lived.
Let's not talk about that trans-hating bitch.
Yeah. No, I had simultaneous ear, sinus, and upper respiratory infections. So,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was pretty fucked.
Well, that's fun.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that was sarcasm. Sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's been a while.
Yeah, been a while.
But Kevin, I'm thinking we're all starting to learn now. You couldn't still love an art piece and hate the artist.
Oh yeah.
They're all artists everywhere are terrible. Every artist is terrible, right? I'm looking right at you, Kevin.
I know you are. I know you are, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I mean, that's like XTC. I love XTC, the band. I hate Andy Partridge, so I bought a bootleg t-shirt so he wouldn't get any money.
And now you admitted it to the public, and you're going to go to jail.
Jail. I'm getting canceled. Jail. I'm getting canceled. So, guys, have we got any housekeeping up front? David, I think we've got something fun to announce.
I think we should probably save that for the end.
All right,
you know what
fuck
I mean?
me.
Because I don't because I don't really want to do like X this week because I can't find shit on X.
Okay, no, it's fine. So, actually, you know what's funny is I did find something on X. So
yeah,
if you want to use what I found, it's in the Weekend Weird.
Maybe.
Okay.
I think it'd be cool to kind of mention our new thing that we're launching.
We'll do that
instead,
at the
you know
end.
what I mean?
Yeah,
like this is a very casual episode for us. It's,
casual. I'm taking my pants off.
Oh.
Not that casual.
Too late.
No.
Fly casual.
Well, I have some housekeeping.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, like I need to do the dishes and like vacuum my room.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That's very, very amusing. Well, we don't really have a lot to say except, we still got the Patreon. We're going to try to get a fun group activity going soon. And other than that, we're still taking ads. If you're interested, $2 a slot, 3 slots. More if we need them.
Come fill our slots.
Fill our slots with hot advertising. So, it's the Weekend Weird. Who would like to go first?
Not it.
Have you guys eaten recently?
Yes, I had some very nice shredded steak tacos that the Film Gauge made.
Okay, so maybe this won't make us too hungry, but I'll go. I got something.
Okay, cool.
All right, so in our ever-evolving, ever-consuming drive to eat a dodo, we have some news.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yep, this was on CNN, written by Tom Page. Not so dead as a dodo, de-extinction plan to reintroduce bird to Mauritius.
That's awesome.
This is published November 30th. It's kind of a long article, so I'm just going to kind of skim through, give some highlights and everything like that. But because we were talking about KFD, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
we want to.
I'm glad I ate first because, normally when we do this, I do get hungry when we talk about extinct species.
Bird.
I want the bird. I want it and some mac and cheese. Extinct mac and cheese.
Well, an audacious collaboration between geneticists and conservationists plans to bring back the extinct dodo and reintroduce it to its once native habitat in Mauritius. I gotta know how to say that word. Shit.
It's a weird word.
Yeah. U.S.-based biotechnology and genetic engineering company Colossal Biosciences. Sounds like something out of a kaiju movie.
It does. Are they the ones that made the mammoth meatball?
I have no idea. Mike, look that up.
Science, Mike. Do the science.
What am I looking up now?
What was the name of the company again, David?
Colossal Biosciences.
Yeah.
We're trying to find out if they did the mammoth meatball. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, they are pursuing the de-extinction of multiple species, including the woolly mammoth. So yeah, it sounds like that might be them. And it has entered a partnership with the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation to find a suitable location for the large flightless birds. As we know, it's been extinct since 1681. A combination of predation by humans and animals introduced by humans led to its downfall, turning it into a textbook case for extinction. But according to the partners, its return to Mauritius could benefit the dodo's immediate environment and other species.
That's
so
really cool.
Yeah, they first announced their intention to resurrect the dodo in January 2023. I think we probably talked about it at that point.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
But fresh details regarding how it plans to recreate the species have been revealed.
Play-Doh and popsicle sticks.
Mike, did you find out about the mammoth meatball?
Yeah, it was a company called Vow.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, so
Competing restaurants.
man, a mammoth steak sounds delicious.
Oh man, a mammoth burger.
We just want to eat like the Flintstones, I think.
Pretty
We
much
want like that big ass rack of ribs that knocks our car over.
Yep, that's it right there, buddy. I want
So,
the Flintstones ribs.
So the full genome of the dodo has been sequenced by Beth Shapiro, lead paleogeneticist at Colossal. In addition, the company says it has now sequenced the genome of the solitaire, an extinct relative of the dodo from the Rodriguez Island, close
Right.
to Mauritius, and the Nicobar pigeon, the dodo's closest living relative, which resides on the islands in Southeast Asia, spanning the Indian and Pacific Oceans.
You know what? I remember those two species because we talked about. I wonder if it has any living relatives, and we found out that we also ate its cousin, and it has one living relative. So that's cool.
Well, geneticists at Colossal have found cells that act as a precursor for ovaries or testes in the Nicobar pigeon that can grow successfully in a chicken embryo. They are now researching to see if these cells, called primordial germ cells or PGCs, can turn into sperm and eggs, which sounds like a terrible breakfast.
It really does. This is disgusting now.
This is a vital step in creating hybridized animals through reproduction. Scientists have previously introduced PGCs to create a chicken fathered by a duck, for which a duck embryo was injected with chicken PGCs, producing an adult duck with the sperm of a rooster. It then bred with a hen, which gave birth to a chick.
This is madness.
Yeah, this is wild, man.
This is some affront to God shit.
So yeah, that the plan is that they're going to take the PGCs of the Nicobar pigeon, so it expresses the physical traits of the dodo. So do you remember that episode of Justice League Unlimited where it was like the epilogue for Batman Beyond?
Yes, were they? Yeah, no, that. Yeah.
they're
Project
literally-
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, they're literally making because they injected Terry's dad with Bruce's swimmers. That way,
Yes.
Terry was the biological son of Bruce Wayne.
And then they tried to set up the murder in the alley so they could psychologically make another Bruce. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what
Spoiler.
they're doing here. They're pulling a Batman Beyond.
God damn.
So the edited PGCs will be inserted into the embryos of a sterile chicken and rooster. With the introduction of the edited PGCs, the chicken and rooster will be capable of reproducing, and in theory, their offspring will resemble the dodo thanks to the hybridized pigeon DNA in their reproductive systems.
This is like, I didn't know Mary Shelley wrote a book about Franken chicken.
Right. As far as because the science is there, that makes sense. Like, it makes sense to me. I don't see this as being unreasonable.
No, it makes perfect sense. It's all fine. It's just, it is definitely got that affront to God vibe that, you know, someone's going to get pissed about.
Well, and here's the thing, we have to think about once you have the fucking dodo, what do you do with it?
Eat it.
So, they have a section here called Building a New Home for the Dodo.
Okay.
So while they continue its research, the team at the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation will busy itself feathering a proverbial nest. The pun. let's see. They're doing a feasibility study for where best to locate the birds when they're born. The island isn't big, about 60 meters by 30 kilometers. Or, I'm sorry, 60 kilometers by 30 kilometers.
I was gonna say 60 meters by 30
Right.
kilometers. That's a
Yeah, it's like a
thin-ass
needle.
island.
Right? And a lot of it right now is sugarcane fields, buildings, villages, and reservoirs. So there's
we've
not
already-
like really
yeah.
a great site for them.
So we've already ruined it. Okay.
Yeah. So what it looks like so far, Black River Gorges National Park, with pockets of restored forest, is one location being considered. Neighboring nature reserves, Round Island and the islet of Agriettes, are two others. The island and islet are not home to natural predators, whereas on the mainland, invasive species including rats, feral cats, pigs, dogs, monkeys, mongooses, and crows may need to be excluded, rehomed, or even controlled for the dodos to thrive. So,
yeah. I was gonna say stick them in New Zealand. That's where you put everything, right?
they say there is a possibility for the dodo to be reintroduced in multiple occasions. So yeah, like number one, you have to like find the right place for these. And then also it's like, well, how do you keep people from going after them?
Like me.
Yeah.
Right.
So, in fact, there
chasing 'em.
could even be tangential benefits. He argued, citing mutualistic relationships which have broken down since the loss of the dodo. So, yeah, they talk about how it might help with the environment. The bird's large beak is an indicator that it consumed large seeded fruits. So, like, they could help disperse the fruit seeds and everything like that.
Right.
So, you know, and then there is one more section about, like, why revive the dodo at all. But, yeah.
Right. Well, for obvious reasons. Mike, you were going to say something?
I was just had the mental image saying protected from Kevin of Kevin chasing after a dodo holding like a dipping cup of sauce, trying to dip the dodo in to eat it.
It'd be like
Sriracha
Wile E.
mayo.
Coyote,
Yes.
with like the knife and the knife and the fork, and
And
like
I'd have the bib.
Yeah, just chasing the dodo around Meridius.
Yep, that's it.
So it's the big question is why revive the dodo at all. I like this idea of like reintroducing it as like a seed distributor, because
Sure.
that's a niche that kind of.
That island lost.
Yeah, so yeah.
I say do it because we got to start fixing some of the shit we've done, and the dodo got to feel bad because it's like, oh, you look friendly. Ow, why are you eating me?
So
So
it'll take some. You can't just do it willy nilly. You definitely have to
Yeah.
like study and see, because when there's a vacuum like that, other species will step into it. So you have to look at, well, has anything taken its place, or will it like harmfully now impact what's going on?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and I have this one little section here that I'm going to go and read because I think it says a lot here. The director of the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation said that in any case, the dodo's return is, quote, not going to happen overnight. We're talking about probably a decade. The birds would be created in the U.S. and would need to be imported, he explained. Citing the legal and political dimension of the project, he said, quote, the years may add up. Tateas stressed that the nascent de-extinction technologies should not provide a get-out for tried and tested conservation methods.
Oh,
particularly
obviously.
particularly for endangered species, describing it as, quote, another tool in the toolbox, but not the tool that replaces the whole toolbox.
Well, it's easier to just try to keep something from dying than to just bring it fucking back from the dead. It's easier.
Right.
It's easier to keep someone from getting the flu than to have necromancy.
Yeah, and then it continues here. Hume agreed, adding that the huge investment made by Colossal could be used elsewhere to save many other species on the brink through conventional conservation. The paleontologist is not against the de-extinction movement, but would rather see it applied to directly recently extinct species such as the thylacine, or species
Yeah.
with non-viable populations like the northern white rhino, which only has 2 remaining females.
Jesus
Which
Christ.
that
Yeah.
fucking. Oh, and I guess Colossal Biosciences is researching both the northern white rhino and the thylacine. So
Good.
yeah. So like, again, like, don't grow dinosaurs, don't grow mammoths, but like
Dude,
Well, the
thylacine.
mammoth I'm fine with,
I mean,
but
Didn't we recently lose a Chinese dolphin?
yes,
like
the
in-
Yangtze River dolphin.
Yeah, so it's like one of those, like
Yeah.
let's do.
I don't know. I still would like to see Jurassic Park. I mean,
You would.
it would not go that bad. Surely it couldn't go that bad.
Surely.
I don't know. You'd think that, but also like look at what happened with COVID.
But COVID isn't a 20-ton Tyrannosaurus Rex that can't.
Yeah, but
swim.
it's very simple science that people should have followed and they chose not to.
Well,
And the same thing with the dinosaur thing. People are gonna like. I don't know. They're gonna they're gonna like genetically engineer something in the dinosaur that makes it like bud off. So like all of a sudden you have like these buds of dinosaurs growing off of each other and you get swarms of
oh,
them.
wait, are you
Something
talking
like that.
about like gremlins? You get the T-Rex wet and like shit starts popping off?
Yeah,
And it's,
someone's gonna do that. They're gonna be like, I know how we can repopulate the planet quickly.
God damn it.
That's a very difficult thing. You can't just slap some genetic code into a animal like that and expect that to
Well,
work.
if Jurassic Park taught us anything, frogs. Frogs are the key.
If Jurassic Park taught us anything, it's don't take a shit on Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Now-
but you know what I mean. It's just like as cool as it would be to get like a living dinosaur. Also, like I don't trust us to do that.
Oh, I just don't see really how it would go wrong, because they go through some very big
Now-
stretches of logic.
Dude, all it
get
takes is
in the
one
movies.
billionaire. It takes
Okay.
one billionaire and one scientist who's like, yeah, sure, I'll grow you a T-Rex.
Here's the thing
Yeah,
about
and so
Jurassic
the
Park.
dude has a T-Rex that eats him, and we have to put it down.
Here's the thing about Jurassic Park, all right?
Yeah.
The whole park going wrong, that was a very specific set of circumstances that had to happen for all that to go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot, including Newman. There's just a lot that had to happen there.
I like that you refer to him by his Seinfeld character name.
Of course, because it's Newman.
And here's the thing: is
Newman.
what you just said, go to billionaire, just wants some that could happen. Then
Oh, it's
not
gonna be Musk.
It's gonna be like the hippos that belong
But
to
here's the thing.
Escobar.
Escobar. It's gonna be like Escobar's hippos. You're gonna have some drug lord in Colombia who
Musk's
gets like a
raptors.
breeding population of raptors.
Well, here's the thing: is having a breeding population is going to take a lot of money.
That is,
It
yeah.
talks several to tens of millions of dollars each.
I don't know, people love their drugs, man.
Yeah,
There's always a
well,
market.
Also, and this is
And
just,
Pablo Escobar, that's importing already existing.
yeah, that's
animals.
fair. Here's the thing, though, about the raptors, and this is just me nitpicking. Those are actually Deinonychus. Raptors are actually very
yes,
small.
we know
and
you
they-
huge fucking nerd.
Okay,
We
thank
know.
you. I'm a dino weeb. Bite me.
Right.
It's not. They weren't Deinonychus. They were different types of raptors.
They
were Utah
and then they
raptors,
discovered
weren't
the
they?
Utah raptor shortly after.
Yeah, but the one what they used as a basis for the raptor was the Deinonychus, and then
Yes.
they discovered the Utah raptor, which was the size of the ones in the movies, and they were like, "Hey, look, we weren't wrong." And then feathers.
Yeah, the Velociraptor is what you're saying.
Yes, Yes, thank you. The Velociraptor is actually a Deinonychus. They just thought Velociraptor was cooler.
I think the Velociraptor is a lot scarier. Like it's shorter, but like then that's still just like
Sure.
yeah.
Now,
I just think there's some, if we could get, clean genetic samples of dinosaurs, there's just answers to questions that we would never be able to answer otherwise about the dinosaurs.
We will
that we'd
genetically-
get if we just clone them and
Like if Billy and the Clonosaurus happens, like I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
I don't even know
I'm
what
just
that is.
it's a reference to The Simpsons.
Skinner, when he got fired, said he was going to write a book about a theme park full of genetically engineered
okay.
dinosaurs, and he was going to call it Billy and the Clonosaurus, and Apu just went off on him for like
That's one of the
45
funniest
minutes.
Fucking things.
And just like, what's wrong with you, man? I mean, thank you.
Obviously
Come
the
again.
dumbest idea I've ever heard. It's just again, like, no, I'm with you on that, but also like with the way everything has gone for the past ever since Harambe died, I don't trust anything.
Well, so here's
That's our branching point. I take it.
here's the thing with
Not
technology. The thing with technology is it's always kind of a genie in bottle situation, and you can't ever put it back in the bottle, and you can't without
Breaking a
just
few dino eggs.
can't control it really,
Man.
Yeah.
So if they're doing this, if they ever get it successfully working with just extinct species, it doesn't matter if I would rather see an actual institution that is responsible tackle cloning a dinosaur but even because if they don't, eventually some rich asshole like you said will pay some shady,
Back alley clonings
Yeah.
lab.
Just like Russian dinosaur labs were
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
So
It's like that. It's
Okay, no.
and
it's
then you'll
better
never-
than feet.
and then they'll
as
keep
flippers.
They'll keep it in their compound. There'll be rumors about it, but you'll never get to see video or pictures, so you'll never know, how awesome or terrible the dinosaur.
Somebody will make a Mokele and Mbembe and stick it in a river in Africa.
Okay, so here's the question then. If we could only clone one dinosaur, if we could only find the material to bring back one specific dinosaur, what dinosaur should it be?
Oh, the duck-billed dinosaur, without a doubt.
Why?
Because, like, they're big, they eat plants, and they have that weird-ass honking noise with their skull. They're, like, just one of the coolest just because of their head structure, and they have, like, a resonance chamber and that long thing on their head. Can you imagine, like, being in a preserve and you just hear this haunting, weird-ass, like, deep bass honk?
So before I answer,
It's like giant goose monsters.
I just had a revelation though.
Yeah?
So if we did find some, say there was the mosquito thing or something similar where you find some viable genetic material.
Right.
Here's a problem though. You won't know what it is.
Yes. Yes.
Unless it's like actually like a whole or mostly preserved, dinosaur where you can tell what species it is. You could have,
and
God knows what.
It'll be a species we've never seen before because there are whole species of dinosaurs that probably did not fossilize. Like, we have a fraction, a view of a fraction of the species that existed.
Like ideally for me, I think the thing that we would benefit most from is a small theropod. Something that kind of can illustrate the mechanics of evolution between dinosaur and bird.
No, okay.
Like,
so
like
the
a
avian
Compsognathus
dinosaurs
or something, right?
Okay, the only other one I'd say bring back would be the Protoceratops, the one without the horns.
Oh, because they're so cute.
Yeah, I know. I want one as a pet.
You know what my
I
answer
don't
is?
know.
Though?
I don't know, Mike.
What is
What
it,
would you
Mike?
go for?
T-Rex.
You son of a bitch!
But hear me out.
Doomed us all.
Hear me out.
You fucked us, Mike.
Because we know we're pretty much now sure that they had some form of plumage. I want people's heads to explode when we find out it just looks like a giant fucking chicken.
A giant baby chick.
Just this
It's
big,
like that picture,
fuzzy,
Yes.
of the very big, round, chick-looking T-Rex.
Fluff. It's just covered in fluff. That would be great. I'm not gonna lie, Mike. You sold me on that. But now here's one question about the whole cloning and having another species bring it to term, like with the chicken and the duck thing. All right, so they try to save the mountain gorilla, hypothetically. They're gonna put it in a woman.
No, you could put it in another. There's multiple breeds of gorillas.
I know, but like, if it's the Russians, they're gonna put it in
Let's
some
not go
war
there.
woman.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
I'm just saying.
No,
Okay,
they're gonna find another gorilla, and they're gonna do it that way. Let's not invoke more horror.
Okay, that's fine. But I love the fact that we're like 25 minutes in, we're still on the first story because you're back and we had so much to talk about.
Oh no, I mean there's a lot of cool stuff there, and then hopefully in the next 20 years, dodo nuggets.
Yeah, no, I'm down. So, Mike, do you want to go next, or should I
Sure.
go next? Okay, you go next.
So, do you want mushrooms or existential dread?
Oh, let's go with existential dread because I got a little of that myself afterwards.
All right, so this is a couple months old, but I've been sitting on it for the right time for us all be together and to discuss it. A scientist, after decades of study, concludes we don't have free will.
You know, I was just reading something about the fact that consciousness is an illusion. So, yes, please take a shit on my mental health further.
So, let's see here.
This article no longer available. No.
Yeah, no. Trying to
Sponsored
find
by harddrive.com or
God
harddrive.net.
damn it, motherfuckers.
No.
trying to find the exact. I don't want to read this preamble about epilepsy.
Gee, what the fuck?
It's saying
That's a hell of a lead in.
yeah, it's just saying before epilepsy. Yeah.
Epilepsy?
Before epilepsy was understood to be a neurological condition, people believed it was caused by the moon or by phlegm in the brain. They condemned seizures as evidence of witchcraft or demonic possession and killed or castrated sufferers to prevent them from passing tainted blood to a new generation. Today
That's stuff that we'll talk about when we talk about like possession stuff eventually.
Yeah.
Today we know epilepsy is a disease. By and large, it's accepted that a person who causes a fatal traffic accident while in the grip of a seizure should not be charged with murder.
Right.
That's good, says Stanford University neurobiologist Robert Spolaski. That's progress, but there's still a long way to go. After more than 40 years studying humans and other primates, Sapolsky has reached the conclusion that virtually all human behavior is as far beyond our conscious control as the convolutions of a seizure, the division of cells, or the beating of our hearts.
Well, you know that joke about how like we are meat puppets, like controlled by skeletons. Like, yeah,
No,
like
we're skeletons covered in meat, controlled by ghosts.
yeah. So like, no, it fits in with that worldview.
This means accepting that a man who shoots into a crowd has no more control over his fate than the victims who happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Ooh.
It means treating drunk drivers who barrel into pedestrians just like drivers who suffer from a sudden heart attack and veer out of their lane. Quote, the world is really screwed up and made much, much more unfair by the fact that we reward people and punish people for things they have no control over, Spolatsky said. We've got no free will. Stop attributing stuff to us that isn't there. It sounds, I don't know.
It sounds like he's making an excuse for shit. Like he's gonna punch somebody and be like, sorry, I'm not in control of my actions.
Yeah, this sounds like flavored nihilism.
Spolatsky, a MacArthur Genius Grant winner, is extremely aware that this is an out there position. Most neuroscientists believe that humans have at least some degree of free will. So do most philosophers and the vast majority of the general population. Free will is essential to how we see ourselves, fueling the satisfaction of achievement or the shame of failing to do the right thing.
It'd be like me going into a museum and knocking over every single thing and saying free will is an illusion.
I'm doing this because reasons.
Saying that people have no free will is a great way to start an argument. This is why Spolatsky, who described himself as majorly averse to interpersonal conflict, put off writing his new book, Determined, a Science of Life Without Free Will.
I have written this book and you will never see me again.
I'm really, really trying not to sound like a combative jerk in the book, he said. I deal with human complexities by going and living in a tent. So yeah, I'm not up for a lot of brawl about this.
This guy sounds a bit like a kook. But I mean, I understand the philosophical point he's coming from.
Well, so I mean,
I'd read the book. I'd read it.
Let's see. So the book breaks down the neurochemical influences that contribute to human behaviors, analyzing the milliseconds to centuries preceding, say, the pulling of a trigger or the suggestive touch of an arm. Determined goes a step further. If it's impossible for any single neuron or any single brain to act without influence from factors beyond its control, Sapolsky argues there could be no logical room for free will. So, I mean, so you are a collection of all your memories and everything.
And experience.
Experiences
Yeah, exactly.
And that pretty much determines your reaction to things. So in a way I can kind of see it.
Well, yeah, that's also
But-
like I kind of understand what he's getting at in that like your response is like kind of conditioned already due to your experience. Is that what you're getting at, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're more on autopilot than we care to admit.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're completely on autopilot. You know what I mean?
I do. I've seen some people in the last couple of weeks that are on
Like,
autopilot.
we're on neurological cruise control.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, okay.
and I think it also probably the more people, it more is true for people that don't, question themselves and, think upon their actions.
The people that don't worry about shit like this.
The people that don't have inner monologues.
Yeah, oh, God damn it. Praise Jesus.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. The human brain is a scary thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like the more we learn, the more we know we don't know. I think I've told this story before too. Like, there's a friend of a friend who, after getting COVID, his whole like personality changed. Like it just flipped. Like he went from being kind of a typical IT nerd guy to wanting to farm and raise chickens and live off the grid.
Yes.
And it's no, that's not someone you're thinking of.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just kind of weird and scary how delicate what we consider ourselves is.
Sure. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I was just reading about that recently where a guy had a tumor, brain tumor, and when they removed it, it deactivated his ability to like experience emotion, and like it basically, how you can logically think, well, I guess I need to go to work to pay for food and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that, but without emotion, he didn't have the carrot on the stick dangling in front of him to do anything. And his life completely fell apart. And it took like 15 years for them to figure out how important emotion is for your motivation.
Really? I mean, so he couldn't logic himself to like
No.
go to work.
No, he got no emotional
Well, okay, so I guess
reward for doing anything, so there was no point in doing anything.
I guess that makes sense.
And I
Like-
was blown away by that.
So no matter how much you hate work, you also hate the idea of going hungry and being homeless more than that.
Yeah, they
And
said
you also in the little joys you get of spending the money on things.
Yeah. like he gleefully, well, not gleefully because of the thing, but he just sat there and pleasantly explained every decision he had made in the last 15 years that led to the divorce, his children never wanting to see him again, losing his job, losing his money, and sitting at home watching Family Feud all the time. And they were like, why? It was like, I don't know.
So what I'm hearing is that apparently the Vulcans are bullshit.
Yeah, there's well, and again, the Vulcans do experience
No,
emotion, but
they
they
do
have to tamp it down because they're so intense.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, no, it's
Well,
really interesting.
I mean, I guess there are still biological imperatives that would drive.
Oh, I
him
mean, yeah, he gets up and goes takes a shit,
and
but
eats. But if he lost everything, I guess he'd just be like an animal rummaging in the garbage.
yeah, and he'd be fine
I don't
with
know.
it.
That seems a little. I don't know.
He was
Seems
completely
illogical, though.
homeless, and the
Yeah.
only reason he has anything is because his brother took him in. It's really fascinating. I'll
Wild.
have to dig
Wild.
that.
I think
I'll have to dig that up and like send you a link to it because you'd probably be really interested.
I don't know. That seems like there's also something else other than just the lack of emotion there.
There may be, and I haven't finished the book yet, and it keeps going
'Cause-
back to that story. But like when I finish the book, I'll let you know.
Because I have the feeling that not the feeling, but I have a feeling that without emotion you could kind of obviously your life would never be the same, and you would definitely live it a different way. But I just don't think I would. Well, I guess if you don't hate anything, you don't hate being
You don't
out on the
hate
street
or love it. Yeah, no, you're just like, it's fine. It's basically your this is fine dog.
That's just so weird.
That it
I
is.
want to think I would want to at least be in a house and but then I'm like, but that's a want, that's an emotion.
Yeah.
And so
Well, Mike, let me put to you
wanting-
like this: my drive to do things dropped off real bad on the Vinla. I guess it was Vinla. It was one of the medications I was on. It deadened my emotions so much, I just started going, I don't really want to get out of bed. There's no reason for it. And I kind of understand it. Like, I don't relate completely, but like I can see the connection made there.
and it just, I don't know, it's just one of those things you have to wrap your head around.
Oh,
realize,
it's a
to
mind
realize-
blowing thing.
Yeah.
to realize
Well,
all that. I guess you wouldn't even want to go take a shit because not shitting yourself is an emotion.
Well,
Not
and
wanting
there's I
shit in
think
your
there's
pants.
historical precedent for this too, because you read about those people in history who just kind of like just drop off and that's fascinating.
Yeah, and it's funny you brought this up because I just read that like a week ago about this dude. So, yeah, I'll see if I can dig up that article and send it to both of you, and you can read it or information on it. I'll send it to both of y'all. You can read it.
I'm also kind of curious about that book too.
It's actually about learning to have hope again. It's called "Everything Is Fucked."
Oh, I was talking about. Oh, that book sounds interesting, but also talking about the book that was in Mike's article.
Oh, right, yeah,
right,
that one.
yeah.
Sorry,
I was
my
gonna
bad.
paste it anyway, but in the Weekend Weird Talk, I put the actual article I was reading from instead of the / where I got it from.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna end it though with the last line of the story, which seems
Shit's fucked, yo.
there's only one last thread he can't resolve. Quote, it's logically indefensible, ludicrous, meaningless to believe that something good can happen to a machine, he writes. Nonetheless, I'm certain that it is good if people feel less pain and more happiness. So even though
Feels like a conversation I've had with Kevin at some point.
Yeah.
so,
yeah.
Jesus.
Wow, this
So
shit got deep.
and so I mean this guy could be, attributing things. It's also sounds a lot like some of these people that, swear up and down that the AI they've interacted with are
Is real.
or are actually
I swear to
fully-
God, it's Scarlett Johansson.
Like
not-
our
not
top
real,
hat
but-
friend who was with
yeah,
Google.
him. Yeah, the Google guy.
Oh,
they're
that
saying
guy.
that they're actually like, super complex and, have emotions. They're basically real in every way except for not being human. And I
They
don't
just
know.
want to fuck it.
They're kind of seeing good data, but like attributing their own biases to it. And I think
Yeah.
this guy, he's kind of predisposed to seeing, human as kind of a very complex machine, which I do too.
But
I
there's
don't-
more to us than that.
I could just the fact that I feel things makes me think there's more to it than I know it's all chemistry and electrical impulses, but there are things that are greater than the sum of their parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a pinball machine.
I still think, that it's very much the situation where we're on autopilot a lot more than we care to admit, but we always have that ability to take control.
This definitely reminds me of that scientist that said that consciousness is an illusion. I'm like, yes, but if consciousness is an illusion and we only think we're conscious, doesn't that, what's the difference between thinking you're conscious and being conscious?
Well, an illusion can be, you know, a reality. I mean, look at the what is it, the holographic theory of
The universe?
universe that
Yeah, that we're a projection from two. Yeah.
from a lower we're a
We're a-
three-dimensional projection of a like lower dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so what?
We're still here.
I mean, if,
Nothing's changed.
you know, consciousness may. I mean, at some point you get to such a high fidelity simulation that it might as well be the real thing, I guess. It's virtually indistinguishable from the real thing.
You know what? And you did just remind me, the one reason I know we're not actually in the Matrix is because it's not 1999 still.
No, they decided to take the experiment in another direction.
Oh,
see how
wow. Well,
shitty
it
can get.
fucking sucks. They need a reset.
No, they're trying to see how shitty it can get.
Oh,
Before
God.
we just, like, you know, all decide.
Run Harambe.exe.
I was going to say, well, let's see what happens if someone fucking shoots a gorilla. So, well, that spawned some really interesting discussion there, Mike. Thank you for that.
No problem.
So I got one that's sort of borderline existential dread. I got this one from r/Discordianism. And the reason is because the article's image shows a section of space with arrows pointing out from the center. It's the goddamn chaos masturbation sigil. But this is from sciencealert.com. Article by Michelle Starr. Came out December 5th. Article is called Earth Might Be Sitting in a Massive Supervoid in Space.
Okay.
When we gaze out into the cosmos beyond the borders of the Milky Way, we behold multitudes. Space is teeming with galaxies, speckled across the darkness like stars. If we stopped there, it would be easy to assume that the distribution of galaxies is more or less even throughout spacetime. But there's some method to the madness. Rather than wheeling freely about, galaxies tend to concentrate into clusters and clumps and filaments of the cosmic web, attracted by mutual gravity, into matter highways, superhighways, and nodes. The inverse of that is voids, regions of significantly lower density with relatively few galaxies. A growing body of evidence suggests that the Milky Way galaxy is drifting on the edge of one of these voids in its own little corner of the universe, a bubble of space known rather obviously as the local void. Previous measurements have put the size of the void at around 60 megaparsecs in size, around 200 million light years. But that's only part of the picture. The local void may be engulfed by a far larger underdensity, some 600 megaparsecs across, known as the local hole, or the Keenan-Barger-Cowie supervoid. The supervoid is a big problem because according to the standard model of cosmology, matter is more or less evenly distributed throughout the universe. This standard model can't account for such an enormous underdensity. But now a new study led by astrophysicist Sergei Mazurenko of the University of Bonn, which, never heard of that, has found that just maybe the local hole could solve a problem. That of the Hubble tension, an inability to resolve different measurements of the speed at which the universe is expanding. We just need to find a way to work around the standard model. The rate at which the universe is expanding is known as the Hubble constant, or H0. Mike, any of this sounding familiar so far?
Yeah.
Okay, great, because not to me. We don't know exactly what the rate is for the Hubble constant because different ways of measuring it return different results. One way is to look at relics of the early universe, like the Big Bang's leftover light in the cosmic microwave background, or acoustic waves frozen in time. This gives us a rate of around 67 kilometers, that's 42 miles, 42 per second per megaparsec. Another way is to measure the distance to more recent, closer objects with known brightness, such as a type, what is that, a type Ia supernovae, or
Type 1A.
1A. Okay, well, it's hard to say with this font.
It probably might be a Roman numeral one.
Sure, such as type 1A supernovae, or Cepheid variable stars. This gives a rate of around 73 kilometers per second per megaparsec. Quote, the universe, therefore, appears to be expanding faster in our vicinity, that is, up to a distance of around 3 billion light years, than in its entirety, says astrophysicist Pavel Krupa of the University of Bonn. And that shouldn't really be the case. So yeah, basically, there's a paper, and we're in a big ass hole in the universe.
Wouldn't that be wild if we're growing in like the cosmic cancer of the universe?
Oh,
Like it's growing much more rapidly than everything else because we're basically like living in the cancerverse.
that would suck. See, me and Mike had this thing we've talked about before, that the idea that the Big Bang is actually a series of Big Bangs, like sections of the universe are continually being created throughout history. And I'm thinking maybe the reason it's a void is because this section of the universe blew everything out of it.
Well, so I would say, I mean, this article didn't seem to say if there's similar voids around other galaxies.
I think it. Well, I don't
could
know.
depend
I don't
on
know.
the-
It doesn't say in the article.
It could depend on the galaxy, because if you think about it, if in the beginning of there was basically the universe was a, even sea of, energy, right?
Right.
But as it collapsed down, it got denser, clumps. It started just clumping. When you think about it, it's like, obviously, if it was even at one point and it all started collapsing down into our galaxy, well, that would leave everything around it as
Sure. Yeah,
empty.
no, that crossed my mind as well. The fact that it's because everything clumped together into the galaxies and clusters and stuff.
I would assume, that other galaxies would have maybe not as big of voids around it, but would have similar voids around it.
Right. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just think it's
just interesting, man.
I just think it's interesting that we may be in a hole. It's that damn bog down in the Valley O. We're the flea on the flea on the flea on the feather and the feather on the wing and the wing on the bird and the bird and the egg and the egg and the nest on the twig and the twig on the branch and the branch on the limb and the limb on the tree and the tree and the hole and the hole in the bog and the bog down in the Valley O.
Okay, thank you. Rattling bog man.
The rat. Yeah, wow, boy.
You want to count backwards?
Nope.
From 20 to only odds and evens.
Nope. I'm kind of proud of myself for remembering that chain, and I'm gonna shut up now. But no, I think it's really interesting stuff like this. I love the idea of like sections of the universe where there's even less than nothing that we normally expect.
Well,
We heard you like void, so we put a void in your void.
Yes. We're a void in a void. And that's kind of fucked up. So I don't know. It's an interesting thing, and I don't know. We're not professionals.
Yeah,
Our
sure.
theories may be as valid as what they have.
I'm sure smarter people have theories about why this is, and why the constant is different. It was measured differently.
Well, there's a paper on it written in 2020 that's under peer review. So it's. And the other thing is, being the universe, I don't guess we're ever really going to have a satisfactory answer of why this is. But, it's neat to know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, that's my first article. And now that that's done, before we go into our second bunch of stuff, we're going to take a quick break. And we will be right back after this. Hi everyone, this is Kevin from Supernatural Selection. Are you an independent creator? Do you have a webcomic or an Etsy store? Do you 3D print things? Or are you just looking to get some word out for your Discordian cabal with social terrorism? Well, we'd love to help. And David, I believe you've got some details about how we can help.
Why, certainly. If you go to supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, that is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, you can learn how to advertise with us.
That's right. I believe the rate is $2 per episode. You can't beat that with a stick.
I mean, trust me, we've tried.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's literally cheaper than dirt.
Mm-hmm. And best of all, if you're not sure how to write an ad, we'll do it for you. We'll even record it.
Absolutely. Just let us know what you need in the ad, and we'll be happy to do that for you.
And again, that URL is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact.
And now, back to the show. And we're back. And we are going to start right back up with our next set of stories. David, do you have a story?
No, I do not have a story. I have something else for us.
Yeah, you've got something we'll do at the end. Mike, do you want to do your second story?
Alrighty then. So in mushroom news,
Woo!
as of just Tuesday, from Gizmodo, designer shrooms could be coming as scientists unlock genetics of magic mushrooms.
Oh, hell.
The findings could help researchers develop mushrooms with unique psychedelic compounds.
Hell yeah.
Researchers in Australia have analyzed the genomes for over 100 commercial and wild-grown varieties of psilocybe cubensis, a psychoactive fungi known as the magic mushroom. The findings may eventually help growers develop, quote, designer shrooms that have their own unique health benefits, the team says. Psychedelic mushrooms have been used by humans for a long time, possibly for thousands of years. The main ingredient in these mushrooms that affects our brain is called psilocybin. Although there are many psilocybin-containing mushrooms, psilocybe cubensis is the most common commercially grown species nowadays. Psilocybin is, of course, taken recreationally, if illegally in many places, for its euphoric and dissociative effects. But in recent years, it started to receive a lot more attention for its potential health applications. Studies have found that psilocybin used in combination with psychotherapy may help people struggling with depression, substance use problems, and post-traumatic stress disorder who haven't responded to other options.
I've thought about trying this.
The first phase 3 trials of psilocybin for depression began this year and are expected to yield results as early as mid-2024. While it will take time to confirm the medicinal benefit of psilocybin-assisted therapy in large-scale research, there are plenty of people already using magic mushrooms for any number of reasons. Researchers at the University of Queensland, Australia, wanted to better understand the many naturally grown or cultivated varieties of P. cubensis out there today and how our domestication of these fungi has changed its evolutionary journey. Aided by members of an underground community of magic mushroom growers, the team ultimately collected samples from 122 varieties of P. cubensis, including 86 commercial cultivars and 38 varieties locally grown wild in Australia. They then sequenced and compounded the genetics of these varieties. Their results were published Monday in the journal Current Biology.
That's interesting, and it's funny. Again, I was just reading a book. I read Robert Evans' A Brief History of Vice, and he does a lot of talking about psilocybin and mushrooms, and also their use in psychotherapy. So,
you know, and like this is good news. I love this. I think this is a good thing. Also, like, I know Paul Stamets is involved with this somehow.
that son of a bitch.
He's always involved.
here's the thing. I'm a little concerned about doing it myself because I'm like, this will certainly activate my psychosis.
I have to be careful about what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
no.
but yeah,
I'm sure
like
you know
wanna
someone
be,
that has had experiences.
Yeah, you want to be careful with that because if you're not in the right frame of mind for it,
Well, what
you may be
Oh,
up until 4
yeah.
in the morning watching how it's made, wondering how is this possible? Why are they doing this?
Why would a just God allow this to happen?
what Kevin would have been doing was microdosing, which would
Yes,
not have
this
had
is a completely
psychoactive,
different thing.
Yeah,
Now,
Yeah.
I
readily
know,
apparent psychoactive.
now I know a guy that did mushrooms one time, and he just sat there staring with this look on his face. And one of my friends said, "Hey, man, you all right? I want to kill everyone that's ever hurt me." I was like, you
Jesus
can't
Christ.
you can't have any more.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely value in this, and like all the
Yeah.
studies going into it. That's great. Keep them coming.
Yeah, definitely.
So, the team found that commercial cultivars contain much less genetic diversity than their wild counterparts, which often happens to living things that become domesticated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like bananas.
Jinx,
Yeah.
show me a Coke.
Well, I don't know. In some ways, it probably can become more because, look at, we took the cat and the dog and we ran those fuckers into way different,
Oh, yeah.
areas.
We took wolves and turned them
But-
into smash-faced pugs.
But I can see that happening for more, pedestrian things like, corn or stuff.
Right.
Super corn.
And that brings up a point I wanted to talk about with previous thing with the dinosaurs and stuff and this. One other scary thing about the dinosaurs and could be with this is imagine like some company going all Monsanto on
We own dinosaurs.
yeah. They own all,
Dinosaurs.
Monsantosaurus.
or if for extinct species, they're like they genetic make it. Okay, yeah, we'll make all these species for you. They can't breed, so you have to.
KFC.
They can't
No,
breed,
no.
so you have to come back to us for more.
Yeah, no,
That's what
Pepsi's
they're
going
doing
to
with
patent the
seeds.
dodo. Pepsi's going to patent the dodo for KFC.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But no, Monsanto's done that with some seeds that the seeds
Oh, yeah.
can't grow plants after, or the plants that the seeds grow can't make new seeds.
So you have to
So
continually
you have to continually
buy,
buy
their
the
seed.
seeds from them.
God, fucking
So
dystopian shit.
it'd be like the Monsantosaurus has no sperm, so therefore,
And that's why you are morally obligated to bomb a Monsanto truck when you see one.
yes.
We in no way encourage you to do this. We're just saying that if you did it, philosophically, we wouldn't disagree with your doing it, but we cannot encourage you to do it.
Do it.
God damn it, David! I'm trying to cover her asses here.
Don't bomb Monsanto trucks. What you do is you. No, I'm not gonna.
Don't bomb Monsanto trucks until way after you've heard this. No. Oh, God. Yeah, no.
And
but,
if anyone asks where you heard it from, you didn't.
you know what? Just fucking do mushrooms.
Yeah. No.
Just fucking do mushrooms.
We'll
No.
round out
This. Yeah.
round out the story. Magic mushrooms are the cheapest source of psilocybin and may fill a niche in natural drug development. McTaggart said, There is yet more to understand about how magic mushrooms produce other compounds that may impact a psilocybin experience, and this will be an exciting area of research to watch unfold.
Oh, I'm sure. You
The
know,
psilocybin experience sounds like a hippie band.
Yeah.
it does. So, funny thing, one thing Robert Evans brought up in his book that there's some evidence of is that the whole reason we have religion as humans is because of psilocybin.
Yeah, that's part of the because I was going to do that episode on like the magic mushroom and like human thought and consciousness and that sort of thing. And
we're gonna do it, but yeah,
yeah.
just know that Robert Evans has trod that path. So,
Yeah. No, I but also like he recently did a thing where he mentioned Lord Byron and he got like the authorship of the vampire completely wrong. So I was like, haha.
son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when last podcast covered something we covered and we did a better job.
Oh, shit. Shots fired.
Shots have been fired, Parks. Well, Mike, thank you for that. I'm glad we had some mushroom stuff. It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
no,
fungus
and
is
I
among us.
really, this is one of those, like, we've dealt with some depressing things tonight so far. But,
Yeah.
like, this is like an optimistic thing.
It is.
This is like
Hey, it made us depressed, and then we talked about a treatment.
Yeah, a little nice button of good news for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Well, I got something silly. But sorry, Mike,
good.
go ahead. You were going to say something.
Just kicked over that cow pat of sunshine.
We did.
And
Exposed
found the mushrooms underneath.
Yeah.
Yep. Put on your shit kickers and kick some shit. So,
Oh, is that what that song was about?
yeah, actually, it's about mushroom hunting. Paul had a pair of shit kickers for going after Raymond. Anyway, so this one's a fun one. It's from the New York Post. December 7th, 2023, article by Alex Oliveria.
Okay.
Woman shot in butt after sliding into MRI machine with loaded firearm.
Yeah, I saw this news story elsewhere, and I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yep. I mean, this sounds like a Florida man story.
It's even worse.
Yep. Who said being confined in a loud claustrophobic metal tube couldn't be a blast? Fuck you, New York Post, you sons of bitches, you hack sons of bitches. Sorry, I didn't vet the article completely, so that came out of left field on me. An unidentified Wisconsin woman, which I thought it was Florida, was left with an extra pair of holes in her butt after she took a loaded firearm into an MRI machine during a doctor's visit back in June, Food and Drug Administration records show. The 57-year-old woman had a handgun concealed on her person as she was slid into the MRI's bore, but when the machine's powerful magnets were engaged, the metal trigger tripped and the gun discharged.
Oh my god.
Quote, patient received a gunshot wound in the right buttock. A use of device problem was submitted by the woman's insurance company to the FDA. My God. The patient was examined by a physician at the site who described the entry and exit holes as very small and superficial, only penetrating subcutaneous tissue. But after getting shot in the butt, the woman was hospitalized and her wounds were treated. She went on to make a full recovery, the report noted. It is unclear how the woman was able to bring a weapon into the MRI room.
It's not like they patch it down or anything.
Well, it is Wisconsin.
Why did she feel the need to bring the gun with her to the doctor's office?
Keep the demons out.
Is she on like a bad part of town? What's going on here?
I don't know. She underwent a routine screening for metal objects and said she had none on her before entering, the report noted.
That's the thing that gets me, is that they specifically ask, do you have any metal objects on you? And she said no.
Maybe she thought guns weren't metal.
Guns are made of Jesus blood.
Maybe she doesn't know what metal actually is and thinks it's actually a form of cheese.
Oh, you
Who
mean
knows?
like Batman doesn't know what lethal is?
Do you have any metal on you? Oh, no, I didn't serve.
Oh, God. So MRIs, magnetic resonance imaging machines, use magnetic fields generated by extremely powerful magnets to create images of the inside of a human body. Their magnets are so powerful that patients are required to remove all metal from their bodies, you dumb bitch. And every item entering the machine rooms are carefully monitored to keep ordinary objects from becoming dangerous projectiles. Unless you have a fucking gun, apparently.
Yeah.
Despite precautions, accidents caused by MRI machines are far from unheard of. As recently as October, a nurse at a San Francisco hospital suffered crushing injuries after she became trapped between an MRI and a hospital bed, violently drawn into the machine.
Jesus Christ.
In January, a Brazilian lawyer was killed at a Sao Paulo hospital after a handgun he was carrying in his waistband was ripped from his pants and discharged into his fucking stomach.
God damn.
What? Just leave it at fucking home.
Or in the car.
Something.
Maybe they had a duel they had to go to afterwards. I don't know.
Who, man?
And here's the thing: don't they put you in a fucking gown?
No.
Or they don't?
No, not always. They tell you to take your belt off and take change out of your pockets. And I guess she was like, well, that don't count my gun. But, I mean, you ever had an MRI?
No.
Either of you?
Nope.
No, I take my dad to get MRIs, because some health issues, but it's one of those things where, like, the only reason he would be in a gown is that he was already admitted to the hospital.
Right.
Otherwise, he's just wearing his clothes.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I was just,
So,
I guess that's just a pop culture thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a outpatient MRI,
Yeah.
they seem to be always in a gown because it's, I guess,
Yeah.
the doctor's office.
well, when I got my MRI done, I had a couple, because I had that big-ass infection in my fucking head. I'm laying there with my eyes closed, and you can see the magnet go by with your eyes closed.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know what the magnet's doing, right?
Yeah, it's just shooting stuff at your head?
No, it's such a big magnetic field that it actually causes all the water molecules in your body to orient and follow the magnetic field.
Oh, wow. That's pretty
And
badass.
so when they turn it's when they turn the magnetic field off that they get the signals. So as the water molecules spin back to their normal orientation, it releases a little bit of energy, which can be detected by the machine.
Interesting.
Are you telling me the magic metal moves the body's water?
Yes. Well,
You just said the most alchemical statement we've ever said on this show, and that's after Nostradamus.
but you can think of it as like a compass needle.
Yeah.
Your
No,
water
I get
molecules
it.
are like little compass needles, and they.
God, here's a question. What if you have fillings?
They're, I don't know. I don't know what they do, but
I mean, I'm sure. Look,
unless
since
it's
you're wearing
non-magnetic fillings.
well, so anything is magnetic with a strong enough field. That's the premise that MRIs use.
Fucking
I'm assuming
magnetized
smaller
water.
objects, because you think about it, a metal object being attracted to magnets or vice versa is also dependent on how big the object is. The bigger the object, the more magnetic flux it can grab onto.
Right.
So because if they're letting you wear your jeans have buttons on them. They're
That's
not
true.
flying off.
Unless they are.
And fillings, and implants too. I've never seen anyone say you can't get an MRI because you have implants.
Oh man, one of our
So-
managers. Can you imagine him getting an MRI? Just rips his hip out.
I'm guessing that they're not not magnetic enough because steel is the most magnetically sensitive, most magnetically attractive metal there is, and most of your stuff is not made your fillings or some kind of amalgam metal that's a lot of tin and things like that.
Right. So not
But
as
your
magnetic.
your buttons are usually zinc or copper
Yeah.
or something like that. So
Yeah.
this
You know
stuff
who I
is
feel bad for?
Who?
Wolverine.
Oh, he's
Alright.
dead.
Well, adamantium might not be very
It's
magnetic.
just like that.
I don't know,
when
man.
Magneto pulls the adamantium out of his
Yeah,
skin.
Magneto could manipulate the adamantium. So,
but he could do that with any metal.
well, so could an MRI.
Yeah, but it's not like Wolverine has iron bones. That would be.
Oh no,
the
they
worst.
literally surgically grafted the adamantium to his skeleton. His skeleton
Oh, yeah,
is
I know.
bones wrapped in adamantium.
Well, yeah, but
All right,
it's not
who's a nerd
iron.
now?
I'm just saying it's not iron though. Adamantium might be like titanium in that it's slightly magnetic, but
Hey,
not.
if it works for Magneto,
Well, but I'm saying
I-
Magneto's.
Magneto
is-
can supercharge the magnetism.
I don't know, because I'm thinking about, because I had like X-Men trading cards, right? And there's just like this really gruesome one of Wolverine, and you just see like Magneto ripping like globs of metal.
Oh, yeah.
out of
Oh
it.
yeah, no, I've seen it. It's coming out of his nose. Yeah,
Yeah. Fuck.
that's fucked up
Then
shit,
again,
yo.
Then again, I think it's a failing on both Magneto or even via Magneto, the writer's faults of not thinking about the fact that why isn't Magneto pulling like the iron out of people's blood?
They did that in the
he
movie.
does that. Yeah, he does do that though.
Okay.
I guess he can control like I don't know, like the specific electrons of specific metals or something to grab them.
I think it depends on who the fuck's writing it
Well,
and
yeah.
how creative they are.
Dude, we could do like an episode on like mutants.
Oh, that's a
like,
distraction whole episode where we
Oh
just
no, we
bitch
could
about
totally
the science
do
of
like
mutants.
mutants as like science, like what is the potential? We could totally do that, dude. I want to talk about the X-Men, goddammit.
Okay, that's fair. Actually, I just watched a video about Pride of the X-Men. So
Yeah, Secret Galaxy did that
Yeah!
today too. Hell
fucking
yeah.
rules.
But yeah,
Is it canon?
but like any with enough magnetic field though, anything
Yeah.
can be magnetic.
Yeah, like the water in your fucking body.
I think Magneto is just like 200 goddamn MRIs glued together.
It's just 30 goddamn MRIs.
Want to hear another interesting thing I've learned about MRIs?
Yes, I
at
do.
least especially older MRIs that required more cooling is so something you don't really think about is the fact that MRIs are always on. It's not like
Yeah, they're magnets.
well, it's not just magnets. I mean, they're electromagnets, so they're not permanent
Yeah.
magnets. But because the older ones, especially, were they're superconductor magnets, right? So they have to be cooled, and I think the current ones can get away with like liquid helium or something like that. The older ones were like liquid nitrogen,
Oh, fuck.
and they had to be kept a lot colder. Well, you had a situation which
Is this a hospital version of Chernobyl?
sort of.
Oh,
but
fuck.
it's not like dangerous because obviously these were like designed to do this, but you could have a superconducting quench, which is when basically the superconductor I'm trying to remember exactly what it means, but basically all your coolant boils off and just clouds of, whatever in this case it was, liquid nitrogen just, blowing out everywhere.
So it's just
Jesus.
nitrogen at that point.
But yeah, it was a issue because they would have
Fuck.
like, you'd have the MRI machine in the room, but then you'd have all this like apparatus, outside, like
oh,
big-
the actual coolant and stuff will
Yeah.
be in another room, right?
and then sometimes you'd have to do it on purpose though, because well, you got to turn the thing off for servicing or decommissioning. So you would do a intentional quench where you just desaturate the magnetic fields of the MRI machine.
God,
It was apparently a very violent event.
I'm just picturing a MRI tech going, "Hey, you want to see the elephant's foot?"
Yeah.
Just go to get an MRI, end up burning to death in nitrogen.
Oh God.
Jesus
two-
Christ.
Terminator 2ing it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Wow.
again, she got shot in the butt.
Yeah.
So
Shot in the butt by magnets. The Chuck Tingle story.
shot in the butt by my own magnets.
You don't need to take a gun to the hospital. I'm
Yeah,
just going to throw that out there.
That's the lesson. That's the
Yes.
takeaway. Just leave it in the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Better not touch my ho-hos.
God damn. So, David, you got a fun thing for us right now, don't you?
Yeah, you gentlemen, go ahead and go and open up the link to the quiz.
Mike, it's in Weekend Weird Chat.
Yeah.
I've got it pulled up.
We had talked about this during All Them Aliens, because I had brought up the sexy cat
The
people.
Lyrans.
The
from
Lyrians.
Lyra.
Yeah, so I wanted to do a little quiz, so we're gonna take the quiz. This is from LizRoberta.com. What type of starseed are you? Starseed quiz. I'm not making any judgments about the website. It's a nice little quiz.
No, it's perfectly fine. Woo.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and read the little preamble, and then we'll get into the questions.
I
And
was
what we'll do
hoping
is-
you would.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do is we'll take the questions together. We'll talk about our answers, and then at the end, hopefully, all three of us are different starseeds. But anyway,
This is gonna be great.
finally realizing what kind of starseed you are can bring a sense of inner peace and belonging, or at least an aha moment where things start to make a little bit more sense. As there are so many different constellations in the universe, there's probably an unlimited number of starseed varieties. Today, I'm only going to talk about a few of the main ones that I come across most often.
So I had an aha moment once, and everything was in black and white and kind of sketchy looking.
Take on me.
God damn it.
There are many other known types of starseed I'm not going to mention here that might still apply to you, including Draconian, Venusian, Martian, Andromedan, Polarian, Hadarian, and Agarthan, to name a few.
Yeah, I want to point out that Venusian and Martian, the ones that don't fucking exist.
Oh, you don't know that.
Oh, are we talking about that thing where it's like they used to be there before the ecological disasters?
I don't know. Have you been to Mars lately? Have you seen them? Have you confirmed that there's no Martians on Mars?
I was there 3 days ago.
Yeah. I also made a fun quiz to see what type of starseed you might be, but the most important thing of all is that you use your intuition and feel for the galactic family you're most drawn to. If you can't choose between more than one type, it can mean that you're a hybrid. For example, I'm a hybrid of a Pleiadian and a Syrian.
Syrians?
Syrian?
Yeah, no, it's Syrians. I'm just sitting
Yeah.
here going, that's a country.
Right. So, are you ready? Are you?
Yeah, motherfucker.
All right, take the quiz and then read about the 5 most common types of starseed: Pleiadian, Orion, Arcturian, Syrian, and Lyran below.
She
All right,
didn't
so-
even spell it the same.
Nope, there's Syrian with a Y, and then there's Syrian with an I. Syrian, is that like what the Apple Assistant came from?
Siri. Yeah.
Syrian.
Okay, so what physical features best describe you?
Oh, hang on. I had to click the thing. All right. Which physical features best describe you? Tall and slim with long arms and legs, a heart-shaped face and fair complexion.
Nope.
Darker skin tone with cool body temperature and low blood pressure.
Nope.
Colorful, piercing eyes which draw people in and often get compliments.
No.
Tattoos and piercings that you've collected over the years with a hippie or gothic aesthetic.
Nope.
Cat-like eyes which are slightly upturned, almond shape.
Oh, I've never none of them, so I don't count.
No,
you
you
gotta
gotta
pick something.
choose. I am going to go with colorful, piercing
That's-
eyes, which draw people in often and get compliments.
That's what I was going to go with because I do get compliments on my eyes.
Yeah, and also like my eyelashes tend to be complimented because I have like very pretty eyelashes. So.
get pretty eyes, boy.
How about you, Mike?
I like I said, none of these really like that is kind of the closest, but my eyes are kind of very narrow, so most people can't tell that they're like blue.
You've got Steven Seagal eyes.
Yeah, I got little tiny little asshole eyes.
Well, go ahead and pick that one, asshole eyes.
Oh my God, that nearly
All right.
asshole eyes. David, you read the questions.
Okay. What do you feel your biggest mission on Earth is?
Oh fuck.
All right. To teach about love and light.
No.
To spread a spiritual message using technology.
No.
To learn and understand as much as possible.
Maybe.
To save the planet and protect animals.
Oh fuck this hellhole.
To be independent and fearlessly pursue your dreams.
You got dreams, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one actually. Mike, how about you?
Yeah, what do you got, Mike?
Probably to learn and understand as much as possible.
Okay, cool. David?
You know, I'm torn between those two. But I can do no, I can't do both, can I?
No,
No.
you can't.
Damn. I think I'll be independent and fearlessly pursue my dreams.
You and me are going to be the same thing.
Well, we'll find out. We still
Right.
got like 4 more questions.
Yep. Question number 3.
What do you have a good eye for? All right.
Yeah.
Beauty, femininity, and creativity. Sacred geometry, maths, science, and systems.
I feel like those two are incompatible, but okay.
A good joke that is guaranteed to make your friends laugh.
Yep, there I am.
Putting words together to create beautiful piece of writing. Challenging authority and old-fashioned ideas.
I'm always looking for a joke. Mike, David, how about y'all?
What do I have a good eye for?
You know it's sacred. Actually, you're always looking at porn, so probably beauty, femininity, and creativity.
Not looking at porn that often.
I know, it's a joke.
I'm going to go with putting words together to create a beautiful piece of writing. I've never written anything beautiful, but I'd like to think I can do that.
You're
one
a
day.
talented writer, sir. I think you should go with that. Mike, you could go with that too. You wrote very well when you wrote.
I guess, yeah, it's the... I don't know if I have an eye for challenging authority and old-fashioned ideas. I mean, I don't know.
Well, here's a question. If authority came up to you and you disagreed with it, would you throw a turd in a Pringles can at him?
Probably not, because I know I'd get my,
Okay.
the turd pushed back into my mouth or something.
All right. Well, that's not you then.
I mean, I have an eye for it. I'm just not doing it.
Okay. Well, I'm going with the joke.
Go with the word thing.
The
Okay.
word
All right.
thing.
The word thing. Okay. Which problem do you encounter most often? Being a people pleaser to make others around you happy. People thinking you're arrogant because you are guarded. Not being able to express emotions properly, and this affects your relationships. People not understanding you because you're unique, quiet, and different. Finding it hard to fit into a group because of your opinions and fierce independence.
Well, I guess I know which one is me.
Which one's that?
The people not understanding you because you're, I don't know about unique, but quiet and different.
Okay. Well, I'm doing being a people pleaser to make others around you happy because, that is actually a problem I have.
Yeah, I'm right there
because
with
of
you. That's
raising-
me
the way I
too.
was raised. I hate seeing and it's not a good thing. It's not like, oh, I want to help people. It's more of, please don't hate me.
Well, and here's the thing that's upsetting about this. I know that a week from now, my wife is going to listen to this. She's going to pause the episode and she's going to come out in the living room and say, yes, you are a people pleaser, always trying to make people happy, because that is a big issue that I have.
Yep.
So I know that I'm going to be hearing about this next week.
Okay. All right.
yeah.
Well, we made our selections. right.
Okay, so...
Oh, God. This one's visual. This is perfect for podcasting.
Yeah. So I'm going to have you guys describe the visuals, but
Oh, okay.
which image are you most drawn to?
If we haven't already all clicked the cat, we're lying.
Actually, I can't do that. But the first one is just I guess it's supposed to be mountains and hills and shit.
A
But
salmon on pink on lavender landscape.
it basically looks like a close-up of tuna meat. Next is what I can only describe as what they called sacred geometry.
Yeah.
It's it looks sort of like the
galaxy.
Kabbalah or the Tree of Life or
Galaxy with Evangelion sigils posted on top of it.
yeah, actually, basically it's leading to third impact. So, C is
A dolphin.
just a fucking dolphin jumping
Or is
out
that
of the
a fish?
water.
Yeah, it's a
No,
dolphin.
it's a dolphin. Of course, it's a dolphin. Fucking
Rapist.
fucking indigo children, motherfuckers.
I'm a rapist.
Okay, thank you,
Jesus
raping
Christ.
dolphin. Jeez. D is a Oh God. Okay, tarot card, magic book.
Sage.
Yeah, it says moon magic
Sage.
specifically.
Lock it.
Yeah, rocks,
Woo.
crystals.
It's woo. D is just woo.
It's woo. It's just a ton of woo. And no offense to anybody that's into this. It's what we would describe as woo. And he is just a black cat.
Cat. I click cat.
Okay, I'm actually
Yeah.
going for the sacred geometry because that like really kind of draws me. Like I
Yeah.
can't look away from that one.
I'm probably going to go with the cat.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. And I'm glad because we're all not choosing the same thing.
I'm
Okay.
looking disappointedly at Kevin for not selecting cat.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
I can't help it.
Team cat, best team.
Yeah. Okay, great. Fuck both of y'all then.
All right, here we go. Next question. Which situation would you hate to find yourself in?
What if it's all of them?
What if it's taking a star child quiz, Starseed quiz?
Okay, with a group of dominant people who have strong opinions,
And stronger whips.
Ooh.
being managed by others and having to work with their existing systems.
Because it's all broken.
With a group of highly emotional people where you're expected to talk about your feelings and cry in public.
Because you're a manly man and can't cry.
Having to be the same as everyone else, living a regular, normal life.
Called the suburbs.
That's the goal.
Not being allowed to express your own opinion.
That's just, I don't know.
You know what? I hate to say it. Probably with a group of dominant people who have strong opinions.
I would go with not being allowed to express your own opinion. If I don't have an outlet to say what I truly think I would freak out.
How about you, Mike?
Let me see. Let me go. I think I do okay with dominant people with strong opinions. Like,
Well, yeah, you hang out with some of them.
so that's not a problem. Being managed by others and having to work within their existing system.
That's called work.
Yeah, I mean, structure, kind of helps me sometimes. So, whatever. With a group of highly emotional people who are expected to talk about your feelings and cry in public, that seems a little uncomfortable, but because I'm not a super sherry person, especially with people I don't know.
Sure.
Having to be the same as everyone else living a regular, normal life. Well, that seems like very long term. Then, like the others are.
Like in the situation,
Yeah.
and that's more of the rest of your life.
Yeah. Like, so that's kind of weird, but not being allowed to express your own opinion, that would suck. So it's kind of the last two. But I think I could deal more with a quote regular normal life, which I guess I'm living now. I can't think of anything that's abnormal about my life.
Sure.
Well, aside from the amount of porn you consume.
No, yeah, that, I mean, while y'all
I
don't
should
know
have
it,
never brought it up.
I've been like watching 30 gigs of porn this whole time.
He's masturbating right now.
Oh no, I don't masturbate. God, no,
Oh.
never touch myself. Just watch.
That makes the
Filthy,
baby
filthy.
Jesus cry. Okay, so I'm group of dominant people.
I guess I'm just go with the
Yeah.
express your own opinion.
I also want to point out that this is peak podcasting content because we're basically just doing a BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so we're on to the last question here.
Yeah.
Which subjects are you most drawn to? Art and design, maths, technology, and science.
Oh, they're British.
Everything you can learn as long as it's new. Magic, witchcraft, and the supernatural.
Ooh.
Physical pursuits like dance, exercise, and fitness.
Nerds.
Art and design. That's a given.
Well,
It's
out of
tough
those.
for me. It's
As-
tough for me.
as long as I don't have to do multiple maths and just only stick with one math is okay. But science and technology, that's my jam.
Yeah.
Like art and design I can see for myself definitely, but everything you can learn as long as it's new, that also really
Yeah.
applies
I think
to me.
that's you. That's you because you have broad interests.
Well, that one appealed to me too, but I think technology and science more so than everything
Right.
else.
Yeah, I have a lot of like weird ass trivia in my head. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I think everything you can learn is like, yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay. All right. So we got our results. So who wants to go first? You reveal who you are, and then read the section about them
okay.
below. So who
Uh,
wants to go first?
I
Or should we all
will.
just reveal who we
I'll
have?
go. I'll
Kevin,
go.
first.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Kevin, and I got Pleiadian. Pleiadian Starseed. The Pleiades is a constellation also known as the Seven Sisters. Like all starseeds, there are certain physical characteristics associated with them, and this type is known for often being tall and slim with long limbs. They might also have blonde hair and blue eyes with a heart-shaped face and a small nose.
It's exactly what Kevin
Yep,
looks like.
that's me. I'm a little elven freak. These people are pure humanitarians. I don't know, I'm pretty misanthropic. Who are filled with love and understanding. Earth seems overly harsh to them because their nature is to be gentle, peaceful, and loving. From being in this Earth environment where society is much tougher than where they originated from in the Pleiades, they may become people pleasers who feel overwhelmed by their sensitivity. They have come here with a mission to teach about love and light. I bring love!
Break his legs.
And by doing so, they will assist with the healing and ascension of this planet. That is what they feel a deep calling to do. They generally exude a feminine energy. Hey, wait a minute. With the natural gift of intuition that most starseeds benefit from. Pleiadians live on a higher frequency of love and creativity and are accustomed to a matriarchal society where women are highly honored. While being similar to humans in many ways, they are more evolved physically and spiritually. These sensitive light workers bring beauty, peace, and enlightenment to Earth once they can peel away their human conditioning to expose their true selves.
Wow, they nailed you, man. They
Oh,
nailed
yeah,
you.
man, that is straight up me. I am an alien woman from the stars. Yep.
Well, you're not necessarily a woman. Just,
Well, yeah.
more in tune with the sacred feminine energy. There you go.
Just give it to me. I'm definitely a alien woman from the stars.
Okay, so you are a Pleiadian starseed.
Yep, that's
How
me.
do you feel about that revelation? Do you feel like, better?
It makes my
knowing that?
butthole itch. I don't know. It just makes my butthole itch. I don't know what to say.
Kevin, that's because you didn't wipe well.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, man.
Oh, Pleiadians don't wipe. Didn't you know that? We don't have toilet paper in the Seven Sisters. Oh, God.
They all use bidets.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
It's called the
Mike, you go
Super
next.
Soaker
What-
3000.
What do you got?
So, apparently, I am Orion.
Orion.
Auto parts.
Yeah.
So, these starseeds come from the Orion constellation. Okay.
Yeah.
Many will have migrated there from other star systems, so it's quite common to be an Orion hybrid who is previously from another constellation before arriving on Orion. All right.
So you're nothing.
Yeah, there are multiple different planets in the Orion constellation that you may have incarnated on, including Mintaka, which was covered in sparkling waters filled with whales and dolphins.
Oh, God damn it.
However, this planet is no longer in existence.
'Cause they
So you
got
have to find a
tired-
new porpoise in life.
I don't have a
Oh,
porpoise.
they got tired of being raped by space dolphins.
So long and thanks for all the fish.
Yep.
And rape.
So long. I'm not singing it. Never mind.
Orion starseeds are often born under the sign of Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, with bright blue or green eyes which draw people in. They are intelligent with a good sense of humor, Look, I find those things don't go well together most of the time.
Intelligence. Yeah, no, it's just jokes about fucking chemicals.
Intelligent people usually have the cruelest sense of humor.
Yes. I sawed his leg off.
So they can become popular for this reason. Although, when it comes to their emotional expression, they struggle and can come off as cold because they are very self-controlled and reserved. Their main challenge as human is to feel their emotions more and to open up to others, which will help them to avoid energetic blockages.
Oh,
You're constipated energetically.
energy poops.
Yeah. A key characteristic of these starseeds is that they are obsessed with learning and knowledge. They are often entrepreneurs who want to lead and inspire others in their own unique way. And they are vehement in their pursuit of attaining knowledge and wisdom. So why does that make them entrepreneurs?
I don't fucking know. It makes them nerds.
They'd just be like librarians, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it's just fucking nerds.
The pursuit of knowledge is often their greatest passion in life. Yeah, no, entrepreneurs, the greatest passion is money.
Money.
So this person doesn't know what they're talking about.
I would have thought the alien stuff was the first clue, but continue.
This can mean that they're known for jumping from one thing to another because once they've learned everything that they possibly can in a certain job or career, they want to move on to the next one to understand something new.
It kind of sounds like they're on the spectrum.
Here's
Wow,
the other thing.
I feel like I know you better, Mike.
Here's the other thing.
I do too.
I don't care how long. You can't really know everything about a job. Like, that takes a long time. So you're not like jumping around from one career to another because you know everything.
Yeah, it's more of you got fired because you couldn't focus on something.
Yeah. Like I've been, slinging hooch for 7 years?
A while.
And there's all kinds of shit I don't know. Like,
yeah.
And not for lack of trying. It's just, I just don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, there's our boss has been there for, almost 30 years now. And I'm sure that he learns new stuff all the time.
Hey, if you're not learning, you're dead.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, David.
How do you feel, Mike, knowing this about yourself?
I feel like no different at all.
Do you feel like chicken tonight?
No.
All right.
I already had chicken.
Oh, it's a good point. David, I'm dying to know about you.
Okay, well. Lyran Starseed.
Oh, you fucking cat bitch. You cat bitch. Oh, great.
All right.
Yep, sorry, go ahead. I just, fuck.
Yeah. No, you knew it was coming.
I had to.
Lyran starseeds come from the Lyra constellation, which is said to be where the first humans came from.
Do what now?
The strongest identifier of a Lyran starseed is their cat-like features, for example, having upturned almond eyes, and they might also be keen on cats as animals. They often incarnate as fire signs Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, and are fiercely independent. They're hard workers who are very connected with their bodies, so they enjoy being physical. They adore great food and embrace their sexuality. They are athletic and typically love exercise.
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, no.
Here's the question. What is your astrological sign?
I'm Aquarius.
Same.
So, none of the ones mentioned in this.
Correct.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Obviously, I don't match all of this, but there's some things here,
Sure.
that today, that matches up.
Yeah, great food, and you definitely embrace your sexuality. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
They
And you
need more
love
sleep.
exercise. I mean, that's all you do is just exercise constantly.
I do try to walk a lot. I like walking. But anyway, they need more sleep than most people, and while they are social, they are not necessarily the life of the party. Honestly, this is sounding a lot like me. Fuck.
Okay. Wow, it got you. Okay.
Yeah, they are known to be risk takers while still staying grounded the rest of the time. Lyran starseeds have an innate desire to travel and explore. Think of it as a cat-like curiosity. They are said to be the oldest souls in our galaxy and played an important role in humanity by bringing fire to the Earth and sending the first souls to Atlantis.
Oh, fuck.
They embody their divine masculine energy, which makes them spontaneous, driven, and persistent with generally high energy. They are natural leaders and people-watching loners. They are here to express their independence and pursue their dreams fearlessly.
Hey, you're masculine, I'm feminine. Want to fuck?
I mean, apparently I'm in tune with my sexuality. So
Yeah, there you go. So, how does this make you feel?
Well, so honestly, if I'm being honest here, again, these are just like, BuzzFeed quizzes, right? There's always going to be some aspect that clicks.
It's
because of archetypes.
I think it's funny that mine didn't click with me at all.
Yeah, a lot of these click with me. Like, I'm not the most physical person, but also I am in some ways. Like, I'm not the type of guy to go and play, like, basketball or do a lot of heavy exercise. My thing is, like, walking or pacing.
Right.
That sort of thing. Like, there's elements in here that, like, make sense for me.
Sure, and I'm glad that made sense for you. Mike, did you have any that kind of made sense to you?
I mean, a little bit, but nothing major. See, I've closed the window now. So.
No, it's cool. It's cool. But, yeah, no, so, like, obviously we're having fun with this. This was published to lizroberta.com. We'll have a link to it. I'm dying to hear what some of our Discord patrons are.
Oh, yeah.
So,
like, eventually, maybe we tag all of our different Discord accounts with our Starseed, and then we go to war with each other.
Oh, yeah, great. We just new roles.
Lyran superiority. Lyran supremacy.
Bite me, cat boy.
looking back at it, like the kind of emotionally closed off bit.
Yeah, I was thinking there's a few things about your description that kind of fit.
That was about the only thing I can see that, and liking knowledge, but
yeah,
and the whole reason these things even fit is, it's just archetypes again.
It's just like like astrological signs just be so generic that it could apply to anybody.
But I encourage everyone to take this. I don't know much else about the website, that could be a problem.
But, well, don't go exploring the website. Just take the quiz and leave.
But no, it was a fun little quiz. I had fun.
Yeah, I mean, I really expected these to be even more generic. Like, as a Lyran, you have a covering of skin on your body. Something like that. But we got one other section of the show to do real quick. We have a question from Ghost Forge this week, and I put a call out on the Mastodon account. Didn't get anything this time, but we'll see about next time. So, Ghost Forge asks, for all the hosts, what are your favorite personal stories from playing a tabletop RPG?
Okay, yeah, this is definitely one that's more suited for Distraction Hole, but you know what? Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, do you want to save it for Distraction Hole, or? Let's save it for Distraction Hole.
Yeah, we'll save it for Distraction Hole, because I have a couple fun little stories. Sorry,
Ghost Forge, you're going to have to wait a few days for that one.
Yeah, we're going to blue balls you.
Yep.
That being said, I think we should go ahead and maybe discuss something that we are going to be doing over the next year.
Yeah. Now, Mike actually doesn't know much about this. We kind of been discussing this, and I meant to bring it up more too. Mike, you know about it, but like the details are kind of
holding out on me.
Not holding out on you, but
you're
like
just you're rug pulling me, aren't you?
Nope.
Well, and it's definitely something where it's like it's a Kevin and I kind of run the show sort of thing, just because it's in our wheelhouse. And I imagine a lot of it's going to kind of fall on me because this is the type of work that I do anyway.
And I'm lazy.
So, for 2024, Supernatural Selection is going to be launching a zine.
You had mentioned that.
Yep.
And I'm hoping that we can do this as a yearly thing. I've got a schedule planned out and everything, but I just kind of want to go over some details. So for our first zine, we're calling it Cryptid Encounter Yearbook 2024. And it's just what you would imagine. It's a zine where artists and writers will be able to send in depictions of cryptid encounters. It's like, hey, I saw this thing, and it could be fictional or based on your own experience. Just want everybody to have fun and send in cool cryptid shit.
Yeah. And this is artists, and we can take in poetry, very
Short
small
fiction.
short fiction of like a page kind of stuff. Mike, if you want to put in something like that, or I can make you draw something.
With that said, like I'm gonna have I have most of the details done. I just have to roll out the document and like put up the public facing website. But
Yeah.
basically, with the zine, when it launches, it will be available as a free download. But we are also allowing any contributors to feel free to print and sell copies for themselves. You know, if they're at a convention and you want to print off like 15 copies to sell,
Go for it.
excuse me, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing. So yeah, we'll be available as a print-on-demand PDF. What we're very much like creator-centric, so it's all about like, if you want to make some money off of this by, just don't edit it, of course. And of course you retain the rights to your work, but if you want to print up copies of the books to sell them for like $2, please, by all means.
Yeah. Go for it.
So yeah, the theme is, cryptids.
Cryptids.
So we're not so much doing UFOs and UAPs, but like alien-derived cryptids, like the Hopkinville goblins, Flatwoods monster, Pascagoula monster. Yeah, like those. I don't
know that I put the Pascagoula monster in there, but you can do that one. I really look at that more as a variation of the Greys, but I'm being semantic.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, I'm not gonna like try to handcuff anybody here.
Sure,
that's a consent issue.
More toward cryptids.
Yeah. So, Mothman, of course, always going to be popular. I expect we'll get a few of those.
Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, Slide Rock Bolter, whatever.
Obviously, we don't know how many pages the zine is going to be yet, but it's basically just going to be constructed out of, just take a normal sheet of printer paper, fold it in half, staple it together, little booklet.
Yep, and there's your size.
Let's see. As far as the timeline of the project, I ideally think we'll be doing a submission period from January to late June of next year. It'll take me maybe like a couple of months to edit it, and then for the crowdfunding, and I'll get to the crowdfunding in a minute, because again, this is a free thing. Why are we crowdfunding? I'll explain why. But we'll do a crowdfunding campaign in October. That way, we can release it like November, December.
And the plan is like a small print run for backers, correct?
Yes. So that's what we're doing with the crowdfunding campaign. Like, it's a copybook. Like, we could probably do a lot of this out of pocket, but also like, we
want to get fans and friends involved.
Yeah, and we want everyone to get like premium, nice printed copies for contributing. And then also like, hey, if you can help us to afford printer paper. Again, we don't know how much it's going to cost to do, but I don't imagine more than like $500. That's probably on the more expensive end.
It won't be that much. I mean, it may be $500, but it won't be a lot.
But yeah, I mean, that's the idea. We can't compensate anyone beyond giving them like contributor copies, but that's why we want, and then like I'm outlining it in the document. We have, paper costs, staples, like get a nice industrial stapler, the cost of actually printing the stuff, because I don't have a printer here. I'm going to have to go to Staples, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mailer costs, so like the bundle.
That's a big thing, yeah.
And then, of course, shipping and postage. So again, and this is just like, hey, if we don't make the money, that's fine. It's a free PDF you can download and print yourself. But we want to make sure, and we'll make sure that all of our contributors, because we can handle the cost, but that's this is the first stab at something new for us, and I'm very excited about it.
I am too, and I hope we get some good submissions, and I hope everyone gets excited about this. We'll be talking this up more in the new year as it gets closer. So, yeah, keep an eye and ear open for that.
Yeah, you can also join us on Discord because we actually have an active discussion area where I've been kind of like posting some stuff about it. And
Yep.
The idea is that we are going to have probably zines.supernaturalselectionpod.com where each year you'll see the new zine up.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
the
a
idea.
place where you can, and also with Squarespace, not a sponsor, we will be able to actually set up a thing where you could probably buy the previous year's zines or something. We'll work on that.
No,
It's
just
still
again, they're
spitballing.
just free downloads. They're free PDFs.
Right,
So we'll,
right.
worst case
I just
scenario,
meant-
we create a free post on the Patreon, and people,
Yeah, we'll get it figured out.
Yeah, and again, it's the submission guidelines. I'm not going to get into them in detail here, but we're going to try to keep submissions to PG-13, even though we skew more TVMA on the show. But just for broad purposes, like PG-13, we have image guidelines, we have text guidelines, everything like that. Again, it's very much meant to be open and welcome to anyone. A lot of collage pages, hopefully. Again, not sure how long it's going to be, but I'll put together a pretty good book when I have everything.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I think everybody's gonna like this when we get it done. So thank you, David. We'll like I said, we'll have more of that coming next in the coming year, and keep your eyes and ears open.
Yeah. So I think we're taking a holiday break, and we're going to be back after the first of the year, right? Is that the plan?
I don't think that is the plan. I think we're going to keep on trucking.
Okay. Hey, no, that works too. I'm okay. Fuck it. Don't take a break.
Yeah, if we need a break, we'll take a break. We'll announce it on social media and in the Discord. But I will probably be able to do it because Christmas is on a Monday this year. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and
that works.
That gives me and Mike our first 2 days off in a row in a long time. So it gives me mine.
I get it pretty regularly.
Fucker.
Yeah, but also I go almost 2 weeks between with only 1 day off.
That's true. So, thank you everyone for listening. You can find all the information you need to about the show at supernatpod.rocks. You can contact us there using the form. You can also email us team@supernaturalselectionpod.com. You can, on the website, find a link to our Discord, our Patreon, and our store, which has shirts, stickers, various other products, with lots of fun art by myself and David. So, yeah, that's it. We will... Great ending,
you
Kev.
did it, dude. You did it. You managed it. You're good.
All right. Sorry. So, we will see you guys next time. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
Man, a dodo sounds delicious, doesn't it?
I would eat the shit out of some extinct animals.
I've already eaten dinner, but I'm kind of getting hungry again.
Yeah.
Dodo.
Yep. Man, I can't wait till they bring back passenger pigeons and you can buy like a 6-pack.